A very good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Ravneet Kaur, working as Assistant Professor at Gandhi Memorial National College, Ambala, Kent. Today, our topic of discussion is voice modulation. Now, the question arises that why we have chosen this topic, voice modulation. Dear students, this topic is very important in today's life. It will help you and it will give you certain tips that how you have to speak publicly, what type of contents you can include in your speech while speaking, and how you can deliver a winning speech among the audience. Do you realize that what you say is actually not as important than how you say it? And scientists have long proved that only 17% of our impression from a communication comes from words said. No matter how interesting your speech looks on the paper, but if you deliver it in a boring monotone, standing dead there in front of everybody, value of your presentation comes to nothing. So, what is voice modulation? Voice modulation, we can say, is a very important part of communication. Voice is a musical instrument. It has endless emotional capacity and it is able to make deepest impressions upon its listeners. And it's your main instrument while giving a presentation. No slides, not even a great story will work if it is delivered poorly. On the other side, vocal delivery is able to create suspense, enthusiasm, and excitement to complement the drama of the plot. It will make your content, it will make your story, it will make your communication much more vivid and easier for the listeners to follow. Now, let us give you some advice on the effective vocal delivery. What are the journal tips which you need to follow? So, first one is tempo and chunking. Now, what is tempo and chunking? Never rush. Vary the speed. Don't talk at the same pace all the time. And when you are speaking, always pause from time to time. A few seconds of silence, you can say, is sometimes more effective as words. So, tempo and chunking here means that whenever you are speaking, try to take pause in between because silence is not absence of communication, it is sometimes more powerful than words. But pausing in the wrong place sounds like a hesitation. So be clear that when you have to pause. But nothing is more dramatic than a well placed pause. Next is pitch and intonation. Now, what is pitch and intonation? Vary your pitch. High pitch is called as soprano, 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 and low pitch is called as bass. It will let you not only give information but interpret it. It will show your listeners exactly what it means for you all. So, a good way of varying the pitch is to introduce question into your presentation. This would force you to raise the pitch a little. But be very careful with high pitch because people subconsciously like high pitch much less than low voice. And don't vary your pitch too often and too dramatically, otherwise you will sound like a weird opera singer. Next is volume. Adjust your volume to the size of your audience. Like, for example, you are presenting your conference, your presentation, or you are speaking in a room, then there is no need to shout. Yet, everybody must hear you clearly. Vary your volume. A quieter part can contrast with the louder part and create diametrically different effects. Next is articulation. Now, what is articulation? The sounds will be clearer if you don't rush your words. If you anticipate difficulty in pronouncing certain keywords, practice them beforehand. Usually, the problem is the, you can say, syllable stress. We are having certain stress in your mind that how we will be speaking, how we will be pronouncing certain words, what type of vocabulary we would be using. So it's better you practice these words before giving your final presentation. Next is sentence length and style. It's hard to orally comprehend these complex sentences and difficult words, so avoid reading your text. This should keep the sentences fairly short. Plus, it will sound natural also, and you will also sound natural. So, your sentence length and style depends upon your topic of communication, your nature of communication, your subject matter of communication, like to whom, what is your audience to whom you are addressing your communication. Okay, it will be a large message, a short message, or it will cover another few examples or explanatory contents. So whatever your sentence length and style is, you should sound natural, and you will always have to keep this thing in mind. Next is language mistakes and accent. Before presenting, check thoroughly all your problematic words. Like, for example, if there is any word, then you need to check, are you reading them correctly? If you make one mistake in the presentation, this will not disturb anyone. But if you pronounce the same word in a wrong way over and over again, that would be a very bad. It will create a very, very bad impression. Still, our mother tongue being not English, we are naturally allowed to have foreign accent. So, practicing and trying to sound as close to native speaker as possible is good, but do not overemphasize the impact of a minor foreign accent. You need to be clear that what kind of language mistakes you are using. If you are using these mistakes again and again, it will disturb the audience. And secondly, your accent which you are practicing, you should not overemphasize the impact of a minor foreign accent. Now, let us examine how we can use some important voice techniques. First one is stress. Stressing here means that you are stressing any particular word or part of words in a sentence, and you can, when you are stressing that word, you can change the meaning of that sentence. There are certain examples which I have taken in this. Like, for example, we have focused on the different types of stress. So first one is, we all know that it's extremely a difficult market. So here, where we are stressing, we are stressing on extremely. Like, we all know that it's extremely a difficult market. So extremely here means that it's more than just difficult. In second sentence, we all know that it's extremely a difficult market. So all here means that you and I agree on this. Third, we all know that it's extremely a difficult market. So we here means but they don't. We know but they don't know. Next, we all know that it's extremely a difficult market. Here means that but we do little about it. We know it that it's extremely a difficult market, but we are doing little about it. So by stressing on different words, you can subtly change the meaning of your presentation, the meaning of the sentences. Next is pacing. Now, what is pacing? You can use pauses to slow your pace down, and you can make your sentences easier to understand and more effective sounding. Group your words into phrases according to their meaning and make pauses between the phrases. Like, I have taken one example. In my opinion, we should go into other markets. So what you can do is you should slow down to make your most important points. This gives your message time to sink in. Like if you are reading certain message, certain sentence, or if you are addressing any audience, so when you slow down, you focus on certain facts, certain figures, so it provides your message a timeline. Like in my opinion, you can read the sentence in one throw. In my opinion, we should go into other markets, or in my opinion, we should go into other markets. Or I can take one example more, like I'm saying one sentence. On the other hand, the figures prove that we are on the right track. So how we can pronounce it? On the other hand, the figures prove that we are on the right track. So in this way, you can make your message, your sentence easier to understand and more effective. Next is emphasizing. Emphasizing means it's always a good idea to exaggerate a little, because it helps to get your message across persuasively, and you can dramatically change the significance of what you say. So there are various ways to emphasize some ideas in the speech. How you can emphasize? We can take certain examples in this, like you can place emphasis on particular words and phrases. Like look at the following and notice how the effect is changed by change of emphasis. I have taken one example, like first one is simple, this was successful, like we pronounce it, this was successful. Secondly, this was very successful. So here I have focused on success, CESS, which I have put in capital letters, CESS, successful. And third one is, this was very successful. So here I have focused on very, VE, capital one. So like this, you can stress on particular words. And moreover, you can also use certain verbs to stress or emphasize. Like, I had liked to stress the following point. And now I am here focusing on stress. I had liked to stress the following point. And second one is, I had liked to draw your attention to latest figures. So by stressing on certain words and phrases, you can add more variability and more practicability to your sentences and make your voice more attractive and interesting. So after this, thank you very much, and there are certain key points and general advice which you have to keep in mind while going for voice modulation. That is, you need to articulate. I have picked one slide on articulate. Secondly, keep your sentences short. And third, check the spelling of difficult words. And moreover, to create rich delivery, vary the speed, vary your volume, intonation. Secondly, use various stress, pacing, and emphasizing techniques. And trust me, you can become a very, very good public speaker. Thank you.